All across the world, education is paramount, yet in some countries, this necessity is neglected, like in India. Education is one of the foundations of our society today, along with family and community. UNICEF states that a quality education needs learners who are healthy, well nourished, and ready to participate and learn. Also, they are supported in learning by their families and communities. They need environments that are healthy, safe, protective, and gender sensitive, and provide adequate resources and facilities. Content that is reflected in relevant curriculum and materials for the acquisition of basic skills, especially in the areas of literacy, numeracy, and skills for life, and knowledge in such areas as gender, health, and nutrition. Processes through which trained teachers use child-centered teaching approaches in well-managed classrooms and schools, and skillful assessment to facilitate learning and reduce disparities. Although this is a very long definition, the Indian education typically does not meet many of these standards. Subpar Indian education has been brought to light due to negligence from educators, parents, and administrators. The concern over universal education has created a lack of attention towards the reform of the current education system. Many institutions do not provide proper facilities that are gender sensitive, according to Education Worldly. The schools do not provide separate bathrooms for the girls and boys. Many children are forced to use the same restroom, which is very unsanitary and may cause discomfort between both genders. This is an adequate resource that is needed at an institution of learning. Most children are not given access to simple necessities for a healthy learning experience, such as computers or technology of any sorts, libraries, seats to sit in, and an easy commute to school. The curriculum for children, even of the younger grades, is primarily book-based, according to Sahithi and Doju. The children are not taught in interactive ways. It does not enable them to be creative and independent. The primarily book-based learning does not help children with the necessities later in life. The inability to be independent is one of the reasons that the quality of education will determine India's workforce and their abilities. The classroom is not adequate for children. There are typically 35 children per class. The classrooms are very small, according to Anjoju. Also, disease and illness is very prominent amongst the classrooms, which can spread very quickly in a crowded area with little to no disease control. The enrollment has increased almost 85% from 2006, causing crowded classrooms due to the fact that children need to help their families make a living, shown by this stat. Indian education is very lackluster, and it does not come close to many countries' educations. Kids are forced to sit on the floor using mats. They are pushed away from school, and these are only a few of the problems that make Indian education 105th out of 128th in the world, according to Education World. All of you sitting here in the classroom are given the opportunity to learn in a safe institution with all the resources needed to benefit you. Our education is what will help us make a difference in the world. So why should everyone not be able to get the education we receive? Here is a documentary based on reforming education completely and not following the old system to benefit the entire world, not just the substandard Indian education.
We divide the day up in high schools into bits of time, into 40 or 50-minute blocks typically, and then we ring bells and people start to shuffle around the building and do something else. That's an organizational device. It's not an educational principle.
10 university heads in 1890 said, in 11th grade, everyone should learn chemistry. In senior year, everyone should learn physics. A lot of these subjects are great, but these priorities were dictated 124 years ago.
The old blue-collar industrial model of education is already gone. We're already living in its wake.
What happens to society when hundreds of millions of people have that aimless, rudderless feeling of, I've been replaced by a very small box? I don't know if there's a solution.
We all learn in different ways. This isn't the way to do it. This is the way that I did it.
If the assignment is you get it back and you crumple it up and throw it in the trash can, that's kind of one student experience. And if the assignment is to produce something that you're going to present to professionals in the field, that's completely changing the whole dynamic.
We are trying to have that type of perplexity and curiosity get inculcated in our students.
saying your parents, all your friends' parents, and a bunch of people you don't know are gonna be here to see the work you did. It creates an aspect of authenticity, because we are creating something for an audience.
The things I think in life that give us some of the greatest satisfaction is making something that wasn't there before.
And I can't wait for that moment when it does work and I'm completely done with it. And it just like all leaves. It'll be one of the greatest moments in my life.
When kids have that feeling, it's transformative for them. I made this, and everyone's coming to look at it.